Hi guys, it's Rob here with another Unity tutorial, and today we'll be going over buttons and how to make them function within Unity. So I've already set up a little basic scene here, and just to show you how it works, we have our splash screen, our music's playing, we hover over the button and it turns one color, when we press the button it turns another color and takes us to our level. Okay, now it's just a real basic setup here, but now I'm going to take you through the steps of actually making a button and setting everything up from scratch. So in order to illustrate that, I'm going to make a new scene here. Okay, and I'm going to go to my sprites folder, and I'm just going to drag out that desert picture once again. Okay, so now I'm going to right click, I'm going to go to UI, and I'm going to create canvas. Now you'll notice it parented it to my desert. That was just because of the way I just right clicked and inserted it. I'm pulling that off of the desert. Again, we don't want that to be parented to the desert. I'm just keeping my hierarchy organized here. And you'll notice when we created that canvas there, an event system was also created. If for some reason you do all these steps and your button does not have functionality, it's probably because you deleted this event system by accident. Make sure not to delete this event system or this canvas. Right click on the canvas, go to UI, and then button. You'll notice not only was a button created, but the text that displays over the button was created. So if we jump into play mode, you'll see we have a button, but you'll notice when we hover over it or click it, it doesn't really change. It changes when we click it because that's a default. But now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the text. We're going to change this. Now notice here, notice how it said button. We're going to change this to start. And you can call this whatever you want, because when you play it now, it says start. So this is basically the words on your button, the display on your button. Just checking our time here. Okay, so now basically, now we have that button set up. So now what I want you to do is I want you to change the highlighted color to something, so I'll change that to yellow. And I'll change the pressed color to green. Cool. So now you'll see if we hit play, we hover over it, it's yellow, we press it, it's green. Now what we need to do is we need to set up a script. I called mine load the level. And all you're simply going to do is you're going to create a public, note that again, a public void function that loads whatever level you want to be loaded. Again, you're going to create a public void function that uses application.loadLevel with the name of your level in quotation marks. This function needs to be public, and the return type should be void. And it should have a line of code just like this, except in your quotation marks is going to be there's going to be a string with whatever the name of your scene is that you want to load in next, your next scene. Okay, now another problematic thing that I find is after people do this, they don't add their scenes to the build settings. So we'll go up here to File, Build Settings, Add Current. That adds this current scene that we're on. Then if I were to double click another scene, right, and change over to that, right now, I just don't want to do this because I don't want to save the scene because I'm just showing an example, but normally you would double click and you hit Add Current, but you can see mine are already added here. Now we have this. So just to check on our time here, because this software restricts me to 5 minutes as of now. Basically, we want to attach our script to the main camera. So we're going to add component, scripts, load the level. Okay, and now our button needs a reference passed into it. So what we're going to do, now this is a little confusing, we're going to lock the inspector, right, which you'll notice that when we click on other things, the inspector doesn't change now. That's because this lock is here, so make sure you change that afterwards. We'll click and drag our main camera here, and we'll unlock our inspector. We'll now click on the button, we'll click here, we'll select load the level, load up the function to be called. And now, if we click play, hover over our button and click it, we see that this changes right here to our next scene. And so our button just worked just as we intended it to. That's it for this Unity tutorial. See you in the next video.